on. Hi. Hello. We're live.
We are.
Hi, I'm Kat, and welcome to Wanderhome. We haven't been here in a while.
I'm sorry.
I missed it. So no, just don't be sorry. It's okay. Things happen. Life's happen. But now we're back, and we won't be here next week. But then we'll be here after. It'll figure it out. Again, I'm Kat. This is Wanderhome, where I take cute little animals and put them through cute things, but also traumatic things, because that's how life works. I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna have everyone introduce their character and themselves, and if they do stuff like that. So first is going to be Mocat. Who are you? What do you do?
Oh, hi, I'm Mocats. I go by Mocats pretty much everywhere on the internet, including Twitter. I'm Mother O Cats with a Z. I would highly recommend checking out Indigo Chameleon this week. We've got a couple things, not my game on Thursday, but we've got other things going on. Just wanted to plug the channel in general. And then on Friday, I run a Candlekeep Mysteries, MISS Stories, to highlight some of our femme creators. On Friday at 7 p.m. EST, it's a Candlekeep Mysteries campaign on Girls Run These Worlds. And here, I am Sadness, if Sadness was an otter with glasses that collects rocks. And I really love it here. This is my comfort stream. Good morning.
I love that, and I definitely try to have some. And today's gonna be a really good comfort stream. I've made it very soft and very good. No trauma for anyone.
Doubts? Big doubts.
Well, can we get that on the record, please?
Sure.
Your Honor, can we
Roll
make
back
a
the
note,
VOD?
please? Can we get that? I will get the playback extension just for that. All right. Anyway,
Pixie, who are you? What do you do? Who are
my
you playing?
sandwich is fucking perfect. I'm so happy right now. Hi, I'm Pixie. I'm one half of the chaotic, polyamorous, and nerdy group who runs this stream with me and my husband Cody. We are you can find me here playing D&D and running the behind the scenes of our PvP league, which launched this past weekend. Season 3. It's not like the original, like it's season 3. And you can find me on at Chaos Pixie Magic, where hopefully starting this week, I am about to launch into a massive undertaking like an idiot, where I turn all of my fantasy book series into a 5e compatible campaign setting. Like a moron. Oh my god, Cat's face did a thing!
That's all I want in this world.
Anyone who's ever read it, people who've read this book and have played D&D have looked at Farron and been like, actual deity stats when? Have looked at Fox and been like, actual fucking Mapweaver class when? I was like, well, I feel like they would be a subclass, a archetype within the Shavid class, but like I'm very excited anyway. So
Justice
I get
for
to
Topper, anyway.
yeah. Fuck off. You know what? Y'all best be careful what you ask for. Catch me with an entire lamplighter sect. Like anyway, so I'm excited about that, and now you can find me on Chaos Pixie Magic, everywhere on the internet. I'm done.
Playing. Who are you playing, Pixie? What's your character?
Right, I'm a small nameless fox. I'm up there in the corner of my screen. And she does not have a name yet because she hasn't earned it. And she is a caretaker of lost and forgotten gods. Small and forgotten gods, and I love her.
She is the best. Curtis, who are you?
I ask myself that every day.
Who am I?
Who am I? My name is Curtis. I'm playing a hardened war veteran snapping turtle named Civil Snaps. But he's fun. He's quirky. He shows up in places he's not supposed to. He has a bit of pep in
He's
his
not like
step.
other turtles.
He's not like other turtles.
What's so wrong with other turtles?
They're not Civil Snaps. That's what
You're so
they
right.
don't. They don't carry around packs of cigarettes like he does. Regardless of that, I draw pictures, weird pictures, on Instagram at Curtis.West. I'm also a part of a immersive theater company with the lovely Cat here, called Marquee Artery Productions, in which we are writing things constantly and coming up with great things. And so always look out for that. There's a few things coming up, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Watch me as I desperately try to get Pixie to do a horror show.
We could do it. We could do
One
it.
You couldn't pay me enough. No.
Yeah. I swear that I have something for you. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
It'd be great.
I thought that too, and then I did one, and it was great.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Andrews.
What part of this makes you feel like I'd be like, that was great?
You're telling me.
Ryan, who are you?
Oh, well, legend, myth, sad boy, depending on your pet. So I'm Ryan. I play Jericho. I play.
Curtis is like, you're going on my brand, man.
No. I'm sad boy here. You can't take that. No,
Oh,
go
sorry.
ahead.
Angsty edge boy. Then fine.
Hey,
we'll take
that's fine.
that.
That's fine.
Yeah,
Go
you
ahead.
can have sad boy.
Yeah, go ahead.
But you can find me Google Podcast, Spotify with Jousting to Jacinto. It's my 5e campaign, bringing my group of players through trials, tribulations, and drama. And you can also find me on one of the mainstays over at Indigo Chameleon, where we play. You can find us tonight, Sunday night, over on Indigo Chameleon for the Chaos Games.
Chaos.
And then throughout the other times here, but after you come enjoy what Rep RPG has to offer. But yeah, that's me. I'm playing Jericho, the Postman, Pangolin.
Who has just let his little postman moth go away.
I know. I love my
You're-
myself now. I know what's going on.
You don't got Jerry anymore.
I don't got my
Jerry.
friend. He took the crown. The crown goes back popped. We're gonna have a
We're having a bad time.
person I'm
issue.
talking to. I'm gonna send a letter to
The
somebody.
codependence.
Just send a letter.
I will send a letter to the maker of
How
that
though?
crown.
Like,
Huh?
Yeah,
do you
how?
think
Well-
Jerry will fly without his crown now? You've made him so attached to it, he'll just be sad.
I know, that'll be the mainstay. That'll be the body of the paragraph. In fact, you made my moth now depressed because it doesn't have a crown.
I will see how long Jerry's gonna be gone. That many. Okay.
He shouldn't be gone that long. We're
That
gonna
many.
meet him halfway.
Xander, who are you? Who are you playing?
Hello, I'm Xander. He's in pronouns. I don't do anything else on the internet except this. I work at night, so I don't really do a lot of stuff at night. Because I work.
There.
I am Magic for Mayhem at anywhere that's worth finding me. Mainly Twitter, because am I really on there? Not really. But it's I have a social media platform. Whether I use it or not, that's up in the air.
I have exclusive
Soon.
rights on Xander, so I bought the rights for Xander, so they can't be
Pretty-
anywhere
It's
else.
pretty true. It's pretty true.
That's not how
No
that
one
works.
else. No one else is available. Unless the stream is at 2 a.m. I am not available to do it in the evening, unless it's on Monday or Tuesday. So I don't have to
Hold
tell
on
you.
now. We can do a 2 a.m. something, I'm sure.
I'm sure someone would watch it. I don't have to
2
tell you.
a.m. So 2 a.m. slumber party Wanderhome. Let's go. Anyway.
Let's go. I'd be in it. I'd be vastly more awake, I promise. But yeah, that's it. Soon, whenever I figure out how to write a post on any social media platform, I will be opening up commissions for D&D 5e based characters based off of natal charts. So if that's something you're interested in, Twitter is the place to go for that. Again, at Magic from Mayhem. And I play Mama, who is your favorite little sheepdog bumblebee shepherd. She just wants everyone to drink their water and make it places safely. Yeah, water. Well, listen, caffeine is necessary. I also do that, but
Is that a double stack of Dr. Pepper?
it absolutely is a double stack
Yeah,
of
it
Dr.
was.
Pepper. I grabbed a second one because I don't have a monster today.
Also, Pixie 16, a tall boy of Dr. Pepper.
No, it's my peach Red Bull because I am
it's
allergic
a
to
Red
Dr.
Bull.
Pepper now, remember?
That's fair.
Because
He's
it has
allergic.
allspice in it, which
I'm
has cinnamon.
so sorry.
I'm devastated. I grew up in the fucking
That is
South.
devastating.
I am a Dr. Pepper person.
Well,
I
I'll
can't
enjoy
drink
my
it
second
anymore.
one for you.
I
I'll
don't know
enjoy my
what I
second
do
one for
without
you.
my barbecue
you.
flavored water.
My barbecue flavored water. Stop.
I would
Yeah.
suffer without my barbecue flavored
Tell
water.
me I'm
It is.
wrong.
It
I
is
am
absolutely
suffering,
double
and
stacked.
I've
You're wrong.
increased my Red Bull intake to an unhealthy amount to make up for the fact that one ingredient in the 23 ingredients
understand.
within Dr. Pepper makes my face itch and break
It's
out.
no longer 10, 2,
I'm
and
so
4.
sorry.
It's never.
It's awful. It's not listed because that's the thing is cinnamon. We checked. The actual ingredient of cinnamon is not in there, but it's in a lot of allspice versions.
Oh no.
Exactly. But they don't
I
clarify.
understand now.
So, like,
They don't clarify.
exactly.
I'm so sorry.
All right. Hey
Cute
guys.
things. Let's go.
We're gonna play
Hello.
Wanderhome now. It's been
I'm
a
sure
while.
It's been a while.
That's
It's been a while. Anyway, uh, so where
Thanks,
we
Ray.
left off, you guys got to go see the night circus, which a representation of the creation of the world was done. Dulcet found a home,
she sure
and
did.
I have it
we
noted under my. I have it noted in my notes. Underlined. Dulcet left with lesbian mermaid. Is that still correct?
that
Yeah.
is correct. Dulcet has found a home with the
That's the one.
lesbian mermaid.
Love that.
To sing her little tiny melodies for probably the rest of her life there because she is very happy. Um, and you all went to the inn, is what I remember. Yes, we all went to the inn. All right, I was a prepared DM and I wrote something. Cool. All right. You wake as the world around you has suddenly turned into a soft shade of gray as you hear nothing but the soft patter of rain that welcomes your ears as you make your way from soft and cozy beds at this motel to your windows to observe the world around you. The rain is peaceful, a steady drip that makes each of you think that surely must be monsoon, the month in which the rain will have no end, and Mama makes a hurried note that umbrellas must be bought immediately. The clouds are brooding, and there is no break in sight, though the plant life surrounding the inn and town look as vibrant and beautiful as ever. Flowers go into bloom, and the world, for just a moment, is as quiet and peaceful as it can be. Outside, children run, jumping in puddles. A tea salesman with popping height cups has a line longer than one could fathom. And our little fox would know that in most towns, at the start of monsoon, a great sacrifice for the north wind god would be made. You all make your way from beds, make your way from slumbers, ready for the day, and meet up at a little cafe that you have next to your inn. We're in a new month, gang, which means at the end of this month, we will have a celebration. And at that celebration, you all will level up. You all will get a level
Heck
up.
yeah.
Exciting. But at the beginning of this month, we have a new question to ask. My loves, my friends. I'm going to ask each of you individually. We're going to start just like we began with our little otter. Do you seek shelter?
Just in general, or like here?
Take it as you will.
What am I hiding from?
Do
Myself?
you seek shelter?
Because that's where my head went to, Ryan. I was like, yup. Yes, I'm gonna say yes.
Yes. All right. Our little fox, do you seek shelter?
Yes.
Yes. Maybe. Okay, 1 second. Civil.
Oh yeah.
Our little Pendlin.
Um, he's been doing this job enough. He wants to find the happy medium. Like he's not gonna go like battening down the hatches, but he'll find like a porch that he could still like. He still wants to get like the spray, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So like he's been out in the storms enough that he's probably gotten used to it, but it's a slightly comforting thing.
Okay. And Mama.
She would make sure that everyone else, including her bees, are sheltered and safe first before finding shelter herself.
Perfect. All right. You guys meet up in this small inn. This inn's cafe. A rabbit hostess is quickly making her way from table to table, getting orders, dropping off food, pouring coffee and teas. And you guys have met up, and the morning is yours.
Little Fox is very much more somber and solitary than usual. Those of you who've been traveling with her for a while would know that she's never had a god find a home before, and while that is actually the goal, it is much harder for her than she imagined it would be. She's never had one leave her. And so she is going out of her way to, like, she does the chili powder hot cocoa for big guy. But it's you can tell she is almost in a Japanese tea ceremony-esque labor of love. She is being very particular about every single piece of everyone's breakfast for all of her gods. It is laid out and particular. She's gotten very OCD in a desire to find and comfort for herself and for them. And she's not a very organized creature usually. You've seen her notebooks. She's covered in paint, all these things. So it is almost jarring that this is the thing that she has chosen to be so particular about. She is usually much more chaotic, even when making these treats and finding. She usually leaves a trail of flour behind and chocolate powder and whatever. No, this is everything is spaced out exactly so. Everything is at the right angles. Everything is, if anyone gets too near, don't touch. Go to system. She's doing fucking latte art.
You're doing this in the cafe?
Yes, she is. She has ordered a bunch of stuff, but she is arranging it just so once it arrives to make for all of her gods.
Who would be paying attention to this? Mama, Jericho. Civil's like, no, I don't care.
Yeah, it's not that I don't care.
You're just in your own head.
Yeah.
That's fine. The other three of you, this is the first time that our lovely Fox has made their hot cocoa in a public space. So you see the cup lift up and then disappear. All three of you.
Spooky.
Guys off.
He's getting brave. Progress.
Do you say that out loud?
No.
Okay, good. I was like, Question, how many of them know he's there?
I haven't told anyone about your nameless
Yeah,
god
because
from what
that's the
I've
thing is
told.
no one has asked about any of the gods they couldn't see, and in her mind it makes sense that there would be invisible forces that, like, she's never thought to share it. So I didn't know if anyone was like, put it together.
I think Sawyer has seen a glimpse of him before because they sent a token.
Yeah.
But no, you haven't told anyone about your invisible
Hadn't
god?
crossed her mind. Crossed her mind. If he doesn't want to introduce himself, she again didn't even draw him the way that she saw him in the book because she wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. So okay, just making sure. It's like I wasn't sure if, like, in the pregame, if someone was like, yes, and your giant friend who's a monster no one can see. Like, no. Good. Excellent.
No one did that. Okay. I see how you do it.
Jericho is a little anxious. Once because Jerry's gone, and two because Jerry's kind of caught in a storm now.
Yes.
So he's just like a little anxious. But he like he's got that demeanor that's like we're a bit concerned, but he can handle himself. And I'm still like, that's my buddy. And
you can take some type of comfort in knowing that the moths that are trained to be postmen are trained to go through any weather.
Yeah, no rain nor snow. We're good.
Exactly.
But
but still, that's still your friend.
Yeah. So he's just kind of like the coffee, just like the very robotic, just kind of like lost in his thought for a moment.
Anyone else?
I'm just sipping her tea.
Just
enjoying the rain. Sipping her tea. Just didn't have Enjoying the sounds and the smells of the cafe.
Okay. You know your bees would be in the kind of stables that are attached to the end, so they are safe and tucked in. And
good, safe and warm, and having breakfast. I'm sure if they're
100%.
fantastic.
What do bees have for breakfast?
Honey Nut Cheerios. Have you not seen the commercials?
Clearly.
You know what? Stupid question. You know who that's on? That's on me.
That's on you there, bud.
Fair enough.
Did anyone hear my response? No? Good. Okay.
What did you say?
I just very quietly went, other bees. My day.
Are bees carnivorous?
All animals
Like
are when the chips are down. Let's be quite honest.
I'm kidding. That was a joke. Please don't write that into canon.
I can't believe bees in this world are cannibalistic.
No, but beetles are. So watch out for those. Continue.
Beetles.
Good to know.
Is it though? Is it good to know, or is it haunting to know?
You see two beetles.
I don't know who you are.
A beetle family walking down the road. Well, time's up for one of them. You've done this to yourself.
Do you have something immediately to do?
Civil.
Or are you just hanging out?
No, I'm just hanging out.
Okay. I just want to do something a little bit unconventional for Sawyer, because I was thinking about the fact that, like, Sawyer knows, like, something is going on with the cup, but is too afraid to ask because Sawyer doesn't really think that's any of his business. So, Sawyer's gonna do something that Sawyer usually wouldn't do, and I have a few tokens after last session because of the giving of various comfort rocks. So I would like to spend one to ease someone's pain, if only for a moment. Trying to distract everyone else away from Little Fox to give Little Fox some space. So Sawyer will start stacking rocks on the table, knowing that they will fall and clatter all over the place because Sawyer is not dexterous. So, like, just trying to take the attention away from everything else, including the mysterious cup.
I would die for Sawyer. I'm gonna say it every week. I would die for Sawyer.
So
Sawyer
in the
is usually
moves
not
of...
one that wants attention, but like right now, it's necessary, I think.
So in the move to relieve Little Fox's anxiety, you're gonna give Jericho more anxiety. Nice.
Take one for the team, Jericho. Take one for the fucking team.
God.
Did you just lose a friend? I mean, technically, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
actually.
Technically.
They've got more.
Oh no.
Sawyer starts stacking rocks. Like, guys, look at this. Starts stacking rocks, and it's pretty impressive for a hot second. It goes blap. You're like, hold on, I got this. And then starts doing it again. And all of you have become very entranced by this rock stacking.
Very invested.
For a little while.
We don't do it in rivers, but we do it on tables.
Correct.
These rocks are very dice shaped. And it's round 3 in combat. We've lost things to do.
Round 3 in combat, and your brain goes. That's my brain during combat all the time. Anyway. So there's thoroughly distracted as our little fox takes care of the little friends that they have currently. Wick sees a bowl of berries and just head into bowl of berries, very excited to eat. You have the hot cocoa which is weird because you've never seen or figured that your nameless one has taken anything other than the hot cocoa. You've never seen them eat anything else or take anything else besides the hot cocoa. You just have that click and just get that in your head.
Dreams. It
eats dreams.
Is that why we're all having bad ones? Because these are the good ones.
Oh no.
Shut up. Nadir takes some sliced apples, some sliced fruit, and also flies off to a little perch to eat it by himself because he's not a people person. And then Lilt, your little undead monkey friend, takes meat and just scarfs down the meat that you give him. for a split second, the camera flashes to a different spot, a different place, as Dulcet has been given just as many pastries as she could ever want this morning. And she is currently eating it next to the tank where the mermaid is, and they're having a pleasant conversation as Dulcet is singing little good morning tunes to this couple, and she looks as happy as can be.
It's too late to say good night. I said good morning. Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Oh my god.
So I gave you guys some stuff that is happening in the town right now. Is there anything you would like to explore? Is there anything you guys want to talk about? Is there anything that off the top of your head, like, wow, this looked like fun when we talked about it? I want to go do that. The world is your oyster, my friends.
I don't know. And this might be just my memory. I don't remember the plan anymore. Like I know eventually we're gonna go to the castle in the mountains, and then we're eventually gonna go to this graveyard. Like I know we had a route, but as far as the immediate plan, I'm not sure. I don't think we had one. I think the plan was Dulcet was gonna be with the 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 muses, so to speak, and then we might have kicked kicked dust out of here, but I'm not sure.
Your guys' current plan was coming to Illicit to talk to Glimmer.
Yes.
This is also the town where Mama made a orphanage.
Oh yes.
The orphanage Mama
Yes.
made is here.
Yes.
That is this town, yes.
Yes, and then you guys are
Yes.
gonna go to the floating kingdom where the king and queen and their children are to inform them of the note you guys got, I believe.
Hey, wait, hold on. Let's back that up a little bit. What was that? Say that by me one more time.
The floating kingdom,
Yeah. The occupants of said kingdom.
the king and the queen and their children.
Fudge.
The only place where there would be a castle.
The place where Jerry is going with a note. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh no.
To that kingdom. There's an entire kingdom there, not just the castle, but that's where the king and queen of this land live,
Yeah.
in the floating kingdom. And then you guys are gonna go to Forterre, where is the resting place of the slobbering god, which you have gotten the note that is not there anymore.
Not the resting place. Ooh, excuse me. Not the resting place. Anymore.
When you rest in a resting place, you move in a moving place, and then you laugh in a laughing place.
Thank you, Jerica.
I've lived in Disney too long. You scream in a laughing place if I'm.
You do.
Fair enough.
Splash Mountain has taught
You
me
very do.
anything.
Yeah, but everyone's got one. So
Cool. Jericho has no real opinion on what we do here in this particular place, so he'll be around for the ride.
Mama's
I
got
would
stuff
like
to do apparently.
personally- Yeah, I would
That's it.
vote for Mama's screen time. But like, if that's just,
Can.
I want.
Not like
wanna
two in a
see-
row, but like two, like one and then a break and then one more.
But I just want to see. I just want to see you describe your bees, because that makes me so happy when you describe your bees.
I love my little bees. That's my babies.
Does
My
the
babies.
orphanage have emotional support bees?
They will
They
now.
will
Let's go.
Their emotional
I
support
mean, they could have emotional support bees.
They're what the
You
buzz is
tell
all
me.
about?
It's your orphanage, Mama. What did you put in there?
That's so true.
It's you did it.
I did do that. That
Are
is
there
so
orphaned
true.
bee- This is an
Make Kat
orphanage
come
for
up with
bees.
more bees on the spot.
Damn
Nice.
it.
Do it. Come up with 5 more bees immediately.
It's not an orphanage
Um,
for children. It's an orphanage for bees.
Oh,
I would just take them
Uh,
with me. I
Bella,
wouldn't make an
Bertie,
orphanage for
Belinda,
bees.
Betsy, and Boris. There you go.
Unbelievable.
I am
Immediately done.
Go.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Correct.
I do not appreciate that blatant use of that just buzzword for clout. I don't appreciate it.
Buzzword.
This is the right group of people. I love this so much. All the bee puns.
This is
Every
all that
single
Wanderhome
bee
Yeah.
pun.
turned into.
This is all I want.
This amalgamation of puns.
I should have done something with our 3 weeks off to kind of come up with a bigger plan for this orphanage.
Okay.
I did not. The
Let's talk about that. How big is this orphanage? Because you built this orphanage after the war, where there wasn't a lot of orphans before,
right, there wasn't
and
like
then
a,
the
like
war
a
took
need
a lot
for
of
it.
parents. Mm-hmm.
Right. So when after the war kind of ended, the need for housing for children kind of became a necessity immediately. So when she found kind of this empty building towards the middle of town that's almost abandoned due to wartime stuff like that. Whatever was there no longer was there.
Mm-hmm. So this building used to be a very prestigious lady and lord's home. It's a 2-story, but it's very large. The best way I can describe what this building looks like is the X-Men school is the best way I can describe
Yeah.
this. Is the 2-story,
Yeah.
very large, the gardens and everything. That is what this looks like.
Fantastic. Yeah, that makes sense. So it's abandoned. There's a lot of like stuff in there. A lot of stuff that kind of got co-opted and used for other things. A lot of like furniture that got broken down and used for beds and storage and things like that. So the kids have places to put their stuff. And just kind of like took it over and just went, this is like we need kids now. We need a spot for kids. And like as soon as it was possible to kind of like get the kids in there and under shelter and things like that, it was like the second possible. In the beginning is a lot of makeshift, a lot of like there's because when rich people have homes, they have a lot of decorative pillows and things like that. So a lot of like pillows became pillow forts and beds and what's that?
This is a very important question. This before like Mama became Mama? Was before the transition? Was this after the transition?
This is after.
How cool was the 80s montage music to this? Because I can just see it going like everywhere at this point. Like,
no, you're right. That's exactly it. That's exactly what happened.
It's a really cool
like
montage.
It's an 80s montage music of just like gathering supplies. Exactly. Gathering supplies.
Okay, but when it's an 80s montage of
beds.
of gathering supplies and like menial tasks, I'm imagining that episode of Community where Abed is trying to make a montage out of like, I'm emailing Diane. Like that's
no, you're right.
That's exactly what it is. It's paperwork and like it's just
There's more paperwork than expected when starting things like an orphanage. But yeah,
licenses and contracting and zoning.
Zoning? This is a barter system we work on. What do you mean zoning?
A barter system.
Right.
The town was very behind you immediately building this orphanage because we live in a world where good things should happen to people. Crazy, I know. Just God, people need homes. We should make homes.
We should wildly enough have homes for them, especially children.
Crazy, especially children. So this orphanage grew and grew and grew and made into almost this absolute paradise for children. For them to grow and learn in the way they need to be helped to be learned, to help to be learned. God, I know grammar. Everything's fine.
That's so easy, isn't it?
and it was almost to a point where like kids who even had parents still came over to like play and enjoy things because it was like a giant, huge. It was an escape for children. It became an orphanage, a daycare,
Everyone's
a
welcome.
getaway, a central part of this town was this orphanage.
Except I need us to be aware of how invested chat is in the idea that there's bees there now. Like, I'm sorry, that's all of chat right now is just bees. There's bees.
I could just see this cat going, "Bye, Mom and Dad. I'm gonna go hang out at the orphanage for the day. You have parents."
You have parents.
Yeah, but the local bakeries donate really good treats.
Yeah,
I'm going for lunch.
It was a bunch of things. It was a sanctuary for kids to learn. It became an orphanage. It became a school. It became a daycare. It became a place in this town where children could grow.
Love it.
And be loved as much as children need to be loved.
I love bees.
I will
And there's
never
also
encounter
bees.
something as wholesome as this goddamn bee orphanage. I'm sorry.
This orphanage has a flock of bees. That's the original 6 bees that Mama has with them.
Yeah.
But it's a place where the kids can ride the bees, learn how to take care of them. This is a very prestigious school for beekeepers. A lot of good beekeepers come from this orphanage.
It's all I've ever dreamed of, actually. Thank you.
What? Yeah, Mama, what's the name of the orphanage?
No pressure.
Mama's house?
Yeah.
It's Mama's house.
Our house.
In the middle of our house.
One singular brain cell between the 3 of us, I'm telling you.
Fuck you, Billy! Sorry, Timmy is so cool even though he's got parents, he's been adopted 12 times! There's that one kid who just goes out of his way to be adopted, and he's like, never mind, psych!
That goes back to the Stuart Little montage of there's a whole family of orphanage, and the family takes the mouse. Some kid got punked because the family took the mouse in Stuart Little.
Okay, don't ruin Stuart Little for me, okay?
I'm just saying.
Ryan!
We head to the orphanage.
Yeah, we do.
Can't wait to get adopted.
God, finally. We enter this home, and Mama is immediately recognized, and everyone's saying hello and hi and wanting to get her attention, but she is very much focused on getting inside and showing you guys the grounds. You all get umbrellas.
Oh, hell yeah.
The umbrellas are just giant flowers.
Oh.
Or giant leafy greens. It's a giant flower that overheads you and keeps you safe.
Oh my god, can I get a Monstera leaf?
100% you can.
Fantastic, thank you.
Absolutely whatever you want.
You made it. Yes, it's yours.
Yes, it's yours.
Yeah, fantastic.
You guys enter the orphanage, and there's a grand staircase that goes upstairs. But on both sides of the walls are just pictures of every child who's gotten adopted. And there are hundreds of them.
Good.
There are hundreds of them. Mama would probably share this information with you. There are only 3. Mama only knows of 2 orphanages in this world.
Yeah.
The one you guys visited on the Luma Isle that takes magical children, and this one. I accidentally said 3. There are 3. Mama knows of 2.
I know of 2. We happen to have visited both this week.
We happen to visit both. We're very orphanage.
It's like a college tour, but for
like a college
lost children.
Yeah, exactly.
So where would you guys like to explore? What would you
Yes,
like to
I'm
do?
not the storyteller, but I'm saying yes, Voodoo. Yes. I'm saying yes.
Maybe magic pictures so that they age the children so that we can see them grow up. Oh my gosh.
As much as I would
Please.
love that means
That would be
sometimes
so
the pictures
cool.
will just die, and I don't like that.
Oh, yeah.
Or
Yes,
it's a
I will.
Harry Potter situation where then they age to where they were when they died and then they stop there.
In the magic school, there are pictures that change as you grow.
Do they work together? Do the two orphanages work together?
They know of each other and they help each other. Yeah.
Very networked.
I'm not
Wow.
great.
I'm trying to take it all in. Cool.
There's a bunch of kids running around. There's snapping turtles and otters and rabbits and cats and dogs, and there's every species of animal that is in this running around. You look up. There's a tube. There's a manatee child, and it goes to the tube. It's crazy.
Is there a head? Is there like a I don't know what the head of an orphanage, a curator, I guess would be the best thing. I don't want to say the kid
headmaster
giver
or a headmistress. Curator.
Curator.
A curator.
A curator.
The curator
No.
of children.
Curator of children.
No,
Listen, my
I hate
brain
the
went to the kid
implications.
hander out
Hate.
person.
I hate it.
Get hands around a person.
Is there an officiate here? Is there
Yes.
an
Her name is Shelby. She's a fish. She's an angelfish.
an officiate?
That's clean.
Get out.
Wow.
Gary's crown is popped now.
Oh no! Go.
Damn.
Well,
I can't close the stream. I got yelled at last time I did that bit.
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah, you are not allowed to commit to the bit that hard. I will hunt you down.
Correct.
Yeah. So Mama left Shelby in charge, who is an angelfish person thing. I don't know how you make a angelfish anthropomorphic, so I'm gonna figure that out
You
later.
give them a body, and then you give them a bowl, and the angelfish is inside the bowl.
Anyway.
Okay.
I'm imagining Umbrella Academy, where it's the tiny
See?
fish in the tank that
Minion.
is taken over.
Yeah, but you guys are like actual animals. You guys are like anthropomorphic animals. So it is. She just is like, it looks like an angelfish, but it's a bigger person, and it's behind a like glass. There's like a glass that has like
She can
water.
have like the Abe Sapien like things. Oh, she has like the water on her gills, but she's just a fish.
Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna go into semantics of this too bad. Anyway, that's who we left in charge, and there are lots of other adults that also help around.
Mama is immediately gonna go, like, go up to the office where she knows that Shelby is sitting, and just gonna knock on the door and be like, surprise.
Shelby screams. First in horror because someone just burst into her office. And second, and
Just
absolute
knock on it.
joy. As she runs up and she hugs you absolutely as tight as she can. And it's like, I wasn't expecting you didn't send a letter or anything. I wasn't expecting you here. I would have come met you. I'm so
It's okay. We're on sort of a journey. I didn't think to call ahead. I'm so sorry.
no,
but
it's okay.
I'm
It's-
here for a visit.
It's your orphanage. You can come whenever you want.
Yeah, but it's yours now. I left you in charge.
Well. Learn from
Listen.
the best.
Well, I was just feeling a need. I don't know what to say. Catch me up. What's been happening? What's been new? How are the bees? How's everything going?
The bees are going great. We made a whole new program to help the children learn how to make honey, and the honey is pulling in a very great barter system into the town in
Fantastic.
general. We have a really good export in it, which brought up some questions about child labor for a little while. But
no.
they enjoy it and they go and just do it. So like, I'm not going to stop them if they enjoy
Right.
doing it. If they didn't want to do it, I wouldn't make them do it. But they take half the honey goes to the school, and the other honey they keep for themselves, and they go out into town, they barter, and they bring little stacks, whatever they want back. We had a problem with the like fireworks for a little while.
Oh goodness.
The snapping turtles really just end up places they're not supposed to be, and it's just set off fireworks. So I have to
Makes sense.
you have to keep an eye on them for a little while. I didn't want to ban fireworks. They're fun and they enjoy them, but I had to be like, not in the
As
middle of
long as they're not in the building, right?
not in the building, not in the middle of math class, which seems like the most important part. They really wanted to explode them.
Math is science is just complicated math.
Who are you?
Hi.
Oh goodness, I'm so sorry. I did not introduce everyone. These are my friends, my traveling companions. We have
Okay.
Sawyer, we have Jericho. We have my little nameless friend, Miss Fox. And we have Sybil. These are all my friends. We're traveling together. We're going to see the kingdom next. This is
The floating
our
kingdom.
the floating kingdom.
What's taking you
That's what we're going
there?
after this. Oh, my friend Jericho has some business to take care of over there, and we're all deciding to go travel as a group.
That sounds very exciting. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Who wants to spend a token to notice something?
I only have one token.
Cool.
But yes,
Okay.
always. I always want to send a token to notice something. I only have one. I'm doing it.
Just need to
Okay,
sketch
if
out
you're
about the
spending a
kingdom.
token, stay. If you're not spending a token, take your headphones off.
Take your
Actually,
headphones
nope.
off.
Small Fox would be distracted. She would not be paying attention to things, so I'm going to not
Okay.
do. Wave
Okay.
wave when you're ready.
Cool. Everyone else spending a token?
Yeah, I got 2.
Yeah. Okay. When you introduce Sawyer, she looks at Sawyer for a little bit longer, like there's some type of recognition, but then just keeps going. Okay, Pixie, you can take your.
Like a fun and funky fresh little fact. I love that.
A funky, fresh little fact. Anyway.
The mystery mouse tool. I could say that in character.
I'm
correct.
Okay, whatever. I'm stressed now. I've made a mistake.
The floating kingdom. That's going to be very fun. How long are you
Yeah.
going to be here?
We haven't talked about that. I know that monsoon is just starting, so I know it's a little bit rougher on travel. So we might.
It is a little rough on travel. You might want to wait until the trains come back.
Yeah, we might
head
want
over
to. We
there.
might want to wait a little bit. Want to wait a little bit just in case. Yeah.
I can have someone go run and grab
especially
train station schedules for you if you would like.
Oh, I would love that. Yes,
Oh,
please.
okay.
Thank you so much.
She walks up the door and opens it and kind of sticks her head out and looks around and goes, TJ, and there a older looking bloodhound man stops, glasses, looks like your high school history teacher that made like history fun.
Help! I'm already in love. Oh no!
Yes.
Like,
What did you do?
Yes, ma'am. And she goes, can you please, when you have time, because I know you don't have classes today, could you run on the train station and get a train testing schedule for Mama? And he just stops and looks at you as like it's like meeting the CEO of the company and like, oh yes, of course I can do that right now, and goes go get it immediately. And turns around like TJ is a recent hire to teach. He does pottery as well as history.
That's a fantastic set of glasses. Absolutely.
It's very fun. Very fun.
Yeah.
To watch him. He interacts with children very well.
DJ is very Schoolhouse Rock, and I like him.
Why have you done this? Why immediate crush on this fictional dog?
Bloodhound.
What did you do? Help!
Described him one time.
One moment! I know everything I need to know. That's my husband now.
Fox and the Hound, I'm into it. Let's go.
Oh, that's a good one.
The Fox and the Hound. Let's go.
Oh my god.
And really, he went to college for pottery. History is like the minor.
God damn it!
He's an art teacher, but also a history teacher. He's a cool teacher.
He's like the
This is
football coach. He's
exactly
also
it.
a math teacher.
He's got that light. He's got that light academia kind of look. You know, the tweed
Done
jacket.
and done.
Stop!
Done and dusted.
Stop!
Done and dusted.
It was good. You can write him letters.
Okay.
We'll respond to them. Did you want to look around the ground some more, or is there anything I can help do for you? Angel is very you've known Shelby. She's not much of a talker, so she's like trying to entertain, but also like how do words.
And
I
there's
do
a,
paperwork
there's a lot of
well.
us, so I understand.
She's very good at organizing, which is why you left her in charge. But
True.
the social part, she's like, I got other people for that.
I understand. Yeah. Oh goodness.
Is there anything any of you are interested in seeing? The rest of you?
I would like to say Sawyer immediately went over to where I'm assuming the younger kids are like playing.
Okay.
Because Sawyer
So you did
also
go to the
wants
office.
play.
Okay. So the rest of you went to the office. Sawyer was doing a different route, but it's safe to go other places. In this game, it's safe to split the party. Crazy concept,
Wild.
I know.
Sawyer initially went to the office, but like realizing that there was like official and boring adult stuff in there, like
just
backed out. And, like,
You see,
I'm like truly in mood.
You come across a group of kids, who are playing Four Corner.
Yes.
Foursquare.
Foursquare.
And you are welcome to join them and play Foursquare if you like.
Yes, please. Sawyer will
one of the kids
put down the rock bag.
Okay. One of the kids looks at you and squints and goes, I think, but you're like too tall. So like, what if you have an advantage on me? And I'm like the champion of Foursquare. So I can't like, you're a lot taller than I am.
Oh, I mean, would it make you feel better if I sat down? And Sawyer like crisscross applesauces and like just pulls up their hands.
This cat child stands next to you and is now eye high to you and goes, this is acceptable, and goes to play Foursquare with
Perfect.
you. Do you want to beat the child at Foursquare?
Have no mercy. Show no hesitation.
No mercy.
How
Walk into
good
the
of a
temple.
player of
Annihilate all the
Foursquare would you
Jedi.
like to be right now?
Sawyer, I literally mentioned I shouldn't have done this not even 20 minutes ago that Sawyer is not dexterous. So Sawyer probably will not win unless it's by accident.
Okay. So you play for a while, and the kids enjoy playing with you. Like any kid enjoys when an adult comes and plays games with them. You don't win. You don't lose. But you're like, you stay in like that 2 to 3 box area that once before you get to 1, you're like, I'm out, and you go back. You know.
Can we say that Sawyer loses on a technicality because Sawyer accidentally loses control of his tail, and like his tail like goes out of the Foursquare box,
no.
and the kids are like, "You're out of the box."
That's exactly what happened. Like you did it. You lost. You can't do that. Go ahead, kids.
All right.
Another group of kids is having a tea party on the other side. Yes, Jericho.
When everyone is roaming the grounds, because he did go to the office. But when we break to go to the office, he's gonna try to find the place where people learn to write things.
You want to go to find an English class?
Are you going
Sure.
to recruit future mailmen?
No.
Not yet.
No.
There was clearly a
Maybe.
sign that said "No soliciting" on the front door, Ryan. I don't.
No,
I know,
career
but
advice day
I'm
is
not-
next month.
I haven't got the recruiter badge yet. We're not that point yet. But
Yeah, you start walking around. Well, you ask to Shelby, and
Shelby.
and she's like, yeah. And she directs you to where most English classes are taken. You kind of turn and you look into the room, and there is a duck woman teaching. I need a pun name for a writer. I'll figure it out later.
I think. Oh God.
Quackspear. There you go.
Quackspear.
Teaching.
Love. Thank you.
They're teaching plays right now. They're teaching tragedy plays right now.
He is looking for something. He is looking for a class specifically. And the class could just magically change instead of Quackspear to like how to write, like how to like neatly write.
Okay. You try and turn the corner.
Quilligraphy.
There's like
Quilligraphy.
calligraphy or like not knowing
Quill,
how.
because it's feather pens.
Like,
Quilligraphy.
Well, like kindergartners learning their ABCs, or
kinda, yeah.
okay, cool. You find a bunch of tiny children learning how to draw their ABCs for the first time.
Oh, cool. So he's not gonna go into class because he's kind of embarrassed by it. But he's gonna like stand like at the wall and like point out his notebook and like kind of like draw the lines as well, like do the best he can as he's like looking at the teacher and like trying to like
What?
his handwriting is atrocious.
He's trying to learn his handwriting.
His
trying
handwriting
better
is absolutely absolute garbage.
Go ahead and take a token for
no.
actively searching out something to learn.
You've
Hell
been
yeah.
pen pals with somebody with
It's the only person
handwriting
that
that's
ever understands his
barely
handwriting. It's the only person that's ever like replied to his handwriting. Yeah.
why have you not asked Sawyer how to talk in rocks? It's so much easier. They make it for they make
Because
the letters
Sawyer
for
is
you.
the only one that can
Yeah.
talk in rock.
You haven't asked. I mean, there's a rock with each corresponding letter. It's not hard. It's like
Listen.
stamps.
Listen, he's not proud that he's a postman that can't ask for someone to sign the receipt. Like
I thought you said this was not going to be a traumatic episode.
it's
It's not. He's just learning how to have better his handwriting.
I'm so proud of him.
Thank you.
He's doing such a good job.
Sybil, what are you doing? Oh, your mic's dead.
My
Rip.
favorite.
Okay,
Oh, no.
are we back?
And your camera turned off.
Oh my god.
Oh,
He is
What's
somewhere where he's
happening?
not
Can you
supposed
hear
to
me
be.
now?
Cameron
We're
turned
so
out.
good
Sorry,
on.
where
We're
he's
so
not
good
supposed to
on
be.
stream.
Sybil's in the cafeteria.
I don't know what happened
We are
to
so
my
good on stream.
camera.
It just says Curtis. I love
Oh
that.
no, I'm sorry. Sybil is with the office.
Okay.
And Sybil's kind of just like taking it in. Like Sybil's not really around children ever.
That's fair.
So it's like Sybil's just trying to be like he's not smoking. He's like taking it chill. Like he's just trying to like
Trying to be good around these kids.
yeah, no, he's more of just like being like he's normally like a quasi well, like he'll just do whatever he wants to do, but he's trying to be more like presentable in these aspects just because there is like small like he just feels like there is like small impressionable children, so he's trying not to like I guess he's a little nervous of just being around this. It's like it's been around war, like you said, like it's not been really around children, so it's been like more aspects of war and really not like happy things.
Mhm.
It's a bit of a weird thing.
It's a weird moment to see more of the aftermath of war than actual war.
Yeah.
And as you're experiencing now this is the aftermath
Hey.
of there you
I'm
are.
back.
Hello.
I'm sorry. Okay.
It's okay.
Did it work?
No,
Okay.
it'd be like
Yeah.
that sometimes.
And we're not all switched around, so everything's fine.
Yay.
But yeah, that's
You
how Sybil
see
feels.
this. You actually do see a few snapping turtle children.
Yeah.
And they look like the epitome of mischief. The epitome of they
As
were
they
talking
should.
about kids having fireworks. These kids have the fireworks in their shell right now, and they're plotting exactly where to set them off.
Ah, the
And they're
rogues.
plotting.
We found
So
them.
so
We found the group.
so do I see this?
Yeah, absolutely you do.
Okay, can I just like maybe dip around the corner and like
Uh-huh.
if I like see this and I'm just gonna kind of like look around and can I like just getting like Sybil would get like a small smirk and kind of just like maybe look around and like squat down and have like there's two of them, right?
There's two snapping turtle children.
Can I tell them to like give them like kind of the eye and like tell them to like come over here?
They look at you and they walk closer, and their expressions go from mischievous to I've never done anything wrong in my entire life.
I was
Suck
What
like,
up,
in,
fellow
April.
youths?
I'm gonna look down. I'm gonna look down at him and be like, "What's your names?"
The children look at you, and one of them looks, and as you look at them closer, you realize that they're twins. There's
Yeah.
2 of them.
Ooh.
And they are twin snapping turtle girls. And the one looks at you is like, my name, I'm Seth.
Seth.
It's my
Okay.
sister. She doesn't talk.
She didn't talk. Okay. Well, it's good. I can talk for the both of you. Nice to meet you, Seth. And I'm going to take out like a little turtle hand and kind of like do that to the other little girl in there, little turtle girl there. I'm gonna be like, you two really remind me a little bit when I was young. And you know what? Us turtles here kind of feel a little weird sometimes around other people, don't we?
Yeah, because like I have a shell and like other people don't, and that's weird.
Yeah. And it's fun to hide things in your shells, isn't it? Yeah. What about?
Say anything.
Yeah. And like someone's gonna be like, yeah. So how about this? How about we take those fireworks that are not hitting in your shell, and we don't cause any trouble around here or where anybody can get hurt, and maybe, as Sybil puts like a little like hand into his shell and pulls out like a little match, just one little match of being like, if you can be good and do it only when it's the right time, maybe another little turtle here will help you as well.
I like how Sybil's plan is not to stop the arson, but to relocate it.
Yeah.
Relocating the arson.
Sometimes relocating the arson is what you need.
Because you can have fun as long as it's safe. That's the whole thing here. You can have fun as
That's
long
correct.
as it's safe.
The
Safety
term,
was
the
civil.
term, good.
No,
He knows
it's
Mama
just
would
being
approve
like,
of this, yes.
it'd just be like, and if you can do that, I'll show you even how to do a cool little trick where you light this off your shell. That's pretty cool, isn't it?
That's the kicker right there.
Seth and her sister's eyes go wide as you say that, and Seth looks at her sister, and the sister looks at her. So just gives a little nod.
Yeah.
All right, we won't set it off to scare the bees, and like scrambles off.
Right before they go off, it'd be like, thank you.
You
Thank
saved
you.
the bees.
I would be like, thank you. And I'm gonna just like show them like maybe like on top of the shell being like this little part right here on top of your shell. Strike it right there. And
Okay.
tell them to like
they pull out their own box of matches that they have.
Okay, well.
True.
To set off these fireworks that they definitely
I expected nothing less. I just
And
like go on.
As they're walking off outside, they're like both trying to do it. The sister that you didn't get the name of actually does it, and they both freak out, like really excited. And
Term coming out of your shell is pretty racist in this.
Take
in this
off
world.
outside.
Thankfully, it's rainy season, so all of these dropped matches are gonna be useless.
Yeah, they're not gonna set off anything for right now.
Very cute.
Wholesome.
I
Amazing.
save the bees when you can scare them.
It's like tipping cows, the same thing.
Look, you can have a healthy amount of respectable trouble, and that's what I hope that they got from that of being like it's
you
fun
can
trouble.
have silly fun, but like
don't hurt anybody.
You gotta know how, man.
I feel like they learned how to create flame without a box. It's like
Yeah, we've given them a very
They did.
dangerous tool now. I say we, I mean you.
Yeah.
Have given them a
Also-
very
And
dangerous tool.
also, I'm just saying. Also, you as a group just let children around a war veteran, a turtle.
We
That's
couldn't have
also
stopped
another
you.
one.
Your whole thing is you could be somewhere you're not supposed to be.
right.
You think we
I'm
had
not
any
stopping
Where are
choice?
you not supposed to be? In front of impressionable children.
Yeah.
Apparently not with this group.
I love it. It's my favorite.
I wasn't. Mama wasn't gonna leave you. That wasn't gonna happen.
Oh goodness. Okay, so
I initially
nameless
thought they were gonna
Fox,
call you
what
a
are you
narc.
doing?
Oh God. School. She has been in the office, but if we're wandering around,
a lot of people have kind of like been in the office and been like, cool,
cool,
slowly
This is-
done,
back
great,
down.
amazing. This is
yeah.
This is not for me.
Well, Mama and Shelby are like catching up, old friends. They're like, you
Yeah.
know, chatting and talking. Everyone else is kind of just standing there. So like, no one's surprised, and everyone just kind of goes,
Here you go.
Bye.
It's a safe place, and you
Yeah.
were encouraged to
Yep.
explore.
Is there a
A world
theater, an
religions class,
auditorium,
probably.
a what?
Sorry, I said a world religions class, probably.
Probably.
Never somewhere I want to go. Like a theater or an auditorium or like a small raised stage in the middle of a cafeteria. Like, is there?
So this school, crazy enough, has a blooming theater program that is fairly funded.
Amazing. Is it
Unlike
empty?
some colleges I know.
Is it?
Woof.
Is it empty right now by chance?
It is currently empty. Any classes for the theater are in classrooms right now, so
Good.
the actual theater is empty.
Good. She is going to find her way to the theater.
Okay. You find you were there. It is it's not like an outdoor theater, but it's like it's half of it looks like a shell.
Yeah.
And the other half is glass. So it
Ooh.
looks to the outside.
That's cool.
But it's actually inside, so it's still like cool. And it's very cool right now with it being empty and the pitter patter hitting the
Yeah.
glass.
And it's starting to get a little dark. One of the things she wanted to do was give specifically Lilt and Nadir somewhere they could be and feel, because she used to, with Dulcet especially, she used to between Nadir and Wick and Dulcet put on little shadow puppet shows. But they're missing their singer now, and she knows that Nadir and Lilt specifically with the shadow have been feeling. Nadir in particular has been in a rough place since the show, and so she is going out of her way to just let them be in a space where they can just exist and not have to perform, but if they want to hide in the shadows of the theater, if they want to tell a story themselves, if they want to get out any feelings, she wants to just let them. So she goes and she just like sits cross-legged in the middle of this empty stage, and she and Wick start just playing shadow puppets on the wall. And if Nadir wants to join in at all, she's just there to let them be. And yeah, that's, so I just like to play with my gods.
Wick loves shadow puppet time.
Oh yeah.
Because Wick is the candle.
Yeah.
And it makes all the lights and can change the lights, the colors.
Which
and
is
make
why
it all
she's
pretty.
willing to be the shadows if Nadir doesn't feel up to it.
Nadir comes out, and Nadir flies the tallest part of the auditorium and watches, and is pleasantly watching.
If Nadir is watching the show instead of performing in the show, she specifically is telling stories where the shadows on the wall are the heroes. So she's doing little shadow puppet shows where the shadows themselves, the creatures that she's putting on the walls, are like, it's hero stories. It's dragon slaying and knights rescuing ladies and all of these things, and so that the shadows that are being projected are heroic. Because that's she speaks less in words and more in other artistic things, so that's the idea she's trying to sort of get across, but it's harder now because there's no music. And she's having to, again, embrace there's other ways to communicate thing. There used to be song to go with it, but now it's just shadow and light, and that's it.
Lilt comes out, and Lilt, being a undead puppy, is trying to catch the shadows on the wall.
I love him.
Is this trying to do that? And then you see your nameless god comes out of invisibility. And
She plays it cool.
Plays super cool. I'm super cool. Everything's fine. And just kind of sits on the stage and watches as well. And then you hear a little voice.
Oh.
Of a small ram child who has entered the auditorium holding sheet music, and she just goes, "Whoa!"
Hello. What's your name?
What are those?
Well, if you introduce yourself, maybe they'll introduce themselves. These are my friends.
Hi. And Nadir, they can't see Nadir because Nadir's like hidden all the time. But Nadir just looks at you like, why is there a child here?
It's a
Nadir,
school.
It's a
Cool.
school. It's a school and an orphanage. It's gonna be children.
Lilt is still very distracted by the shadows and is playing with them. Wick is excited by a new person. It starts flashing like a bunch of pretty colors, like starts flashing like blues and greens and bright pinks. Your nameless god doesn't go invisible.
Interesting. She
kind of tilts his head looking.
She makes a note of that, and she makes a note of Nadir's judgment. And she sees an opportunity.
Nadir hates children. Cool.
No, she sees an opportunity though.
Okay.
She invites the little ram closer. Do you want to see something?
She walks closer and puts down her sheet music on the edge of the stage.
Mm-hmm.
And walks up on the stage and walks closer.
Have you ever made shadow puppets before? She does like a. Would you like to learn?
Mm-hmm.
So she. Ram has hooves. So it's still gonna be. It's gonna be weird, but we're gonna try it anyway. She is still gonna
really good mountain.
Amazing. So she's gonna have her do that. And she asks at some point. She said, "You ever been scared of the dark?"
And she stops for a second. She shakes her head. Nope.
Good. That's the way it should be. You shouldn't be scared of it, cause look what it can do. And she just is just having fun with the simplest little shadow puppet things.
Uh-huh.
And she says
she
you can
eventually introduce herself as Apple. Her name
Apple?
Yeah.
Oh my god, cute. Well, Apple. This is Wick. And that's Nadir. Or no, sorry, we're letting Nadir keep himself hidden. That's Lilt, right there.
Mm-hmm.
This friend doesn't have a name that I know, but he really likes hot chocolate.
Me too.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I like chili peppers in mine. It makes me
So does he.
And you hear the god behind you kind of chuckle.
Yay. And I have another friend around here, but he's feeling a bit shy and quiet, so we're gonna let him be.
I get shy and quiet.
Do you get shy and quiet too?
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been here?
All my life.
And what sort of music are you learning? She moves past that so fucking fast. She is small fox with big family is not equipped to deal with the reality of orphans. Because I would imagine that technically some of her siblings were adopted. Because one or two of them may be cousins technically. But
it could absolutely happen.
Right? Because big fox family, if some of them went off to war and her parents did not or something, there's a possibility that there were even not in her family, in her community, people just took care of each other in.
That's very fair.
They didn't necessarily have this sort of there were no homeless kits, there were no homeless foxes. This is very strange to her.
Yeah.
She doesn't understand the idea that families wouldn't just swoop in to take care of everybody. Which is what she does. She's like, I'll take this.
Fair.
Yeah, so she's not equipped for this conversation, and she realizes it the moment she asks the fucking question. And she's like, great, moving on. This is new information, and I hate it.
You ask her what music she's playing, and she immediately gets really excited. And she runs back over to her sheet music, and in her little bag, she pulls out an ocarina.
Oh my god. Good.
And she goes, we have a talent show, and I've been trying to work this one out. And she starts to play, and she starts to dance as she plays.
Oh my god! I love her!
Very cute.
And she's
Macarena worth of hers.
she's good. Like
Good
she's
for-
like
good
she's
for her.
good at it. Like she's obviously taken a lot of time to practice and get this down. Your nameless creature stands up and walks over to Apple. And Apple kind of stills for a second because he is very large.
She looks and she's. It's okay.
And the nameless creature bows.
Is he
And
asking her to dance?
Apple curtsies. And Apple continues to play her song as your nameless creature and Apple do a small little dance around each other as the song continues to play.
Oh no! What? She opens her book immediately and makes notes. Dances? Question mark! Exclamation mark! Question mark! Is a
Dances
gentleman?
well?
Knows how to bow? Like, what the fuck? What the fox? She is. If this is happening, she would like to abandon all she would like to abandon all shadow puppetry. Put Wick in a place where
Lilith looks a little offended, but it's fine.
It's okay. Lilt can come dance with me. Come on. She's gonna
Runs over.
put Wick in a spot where he can shine like a disco ball. Somewhere.
Yeah.
Stay.
Amen.
Be bright. And she is going to scoop up Lilt and dance with him so he can continue playing with shadows, but they're more organic shadows just from us dancing. And yeah, that's
You have this little moment, and when it's done, your nameless god disappears again. And Apple looks very happy. It's like, was it good? Did you like it?
that was incredible.
I think I'm gonna win.
I think you are too. And if not, you've definitely won a prize in my book. That was beautiful. What's the name of that song? Does it have like?
doesn't have a name yet.
Did you write that?
Mhm.
Good lord.
Multi-talented little
So
man.
many unnamed
Truly.
things.
Fucking child is so good. Okay.
I think I'm gonna name it Antlers, cause like your friend has antlers.
That's adorable. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Do you mind if I try to learn that song on my own sometime? Could I copy the notes?
I can copy it and give it to you if you like.
Could you?
Yeah.
Thank you.
And she growls up. She runs off to her bedroom is. She can copy it and bring it back to you later.
I'm gonna stick it in the book in one of the Nameless Gods pages because what the fuck?
I will let you know when you have that.
After she
Very
runs
good.
off, she kind of looks in the general area where the Nameless God was
Mhm.
and just, that was amazing.
You hear another darker chuckle, and he goes, "There is nothing more pure than a child's wonder."
Ah!
Okay. Have a lot of feelings.
He knows.
Oh my god. Thank you for being a part of that wonder.
Silence for now.
Yeah.
As we come out from that scene.
Oh my god.
What's everyone else doing, guys?
Still trying to learn how to write.
Hell yeah.
It's not as cool as what just happened, but
My loves, my friends. The only one left with Shelby is Mama, correct?
I think so.
I need everyone else to take your headphones off besides Mama.
I have a headphone back in so I can
Hel-
be here.
Hello, my love.
Hello.
You walk with Shelby around the halls.
Mhm.
And as you're walking with Shelby, she stops. And she looks at you and she goes, "Do you remember Sawyer?"
No, what?
And
I
she leads you to one of the pictures on the wall, and it
Mhm.
is a baby Sawyer.
Oh goodness. I didn't I didn't make the connection.
Um,
Oh wow, I missed that.
Fredrickson brought him. That is the orange cat from the other.
Oh goodness. Wow.
It's been a while, but
It has been a while. Okay.
we called them Sundrop when they were here because,
Yeah.
but their
Oh
their
goodness.
parents took them pretty much immediately.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't make that connection. I don't know if they know.
Don't know if you know
Wow.
either.
That's a conversation we're going to have later. I have to figure out how to tell them. Oh goodness.
If you should tell them, if I don't know, I don't remember if the parents wanted to keep it that way or they're an adult now, so
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Oh my goodness. I I would think if they had any memories that they would have come back by now.
probably
Considering that this is, it's a the place hasn't changed all that much. I wouldn't think it would be
not much. No,
they wouldn't.
they were
Oh goodness.
they were barely their eyes had
They
barely
were
opened when they were here.
and they were scooped up pretty much immediately. That's true. Oh, little Sandra. I didn't make that connection. Wow. Okay.
I'm sorry to drop this on you. I didn't know if you knew or
No,
not.
not at all. No, this is definitely this is just something to
Something.
add to
Are
the
you
brain.
okay?
I'm okay.
Okay,
They've been through a lot, and I
that's
care for
fair.
them a lot, and they care for us in their own way, and I love them a lot for it.
Mhm.
And I just want them to be happy. I don't want to have to be the one to drop the ball on them like this, but I also don't want them to come across this picture and be like, "Hello?" You know what I mean?
That's very fair.
Oh goodness.
Well, it's near lunchtime, and I'm going to
Yeah.
go. If you would like, the cafeteria is always open.
Do
You
you
guys
need
are
any
welcome
help?
to be here. I need help. No, I'm okay. Um,
Okay.
I will let you know of something.
Hmm.
A lot of the kids. Do you remember uh, the abandoned mausoleum at the end of at the edge of town?
Yeah,
A
absolutely.
lot of the older kids have been running around there saying that it's haunted.
Oh goodness. I've never seen any proof that it was haunted.
Yes, but I know you have a friend who deals in small and forgotten gods,
I do.
and there might be someone hiding in there who might need a new home.
Oh, interesting.
Mhm.
I'll have a chat with my little fox.
Perfect.
Definitely. But lunch sounds wonderful.
Let's go. Let
I
us go
am
find your friends, and we can all sit and eat with them.
fantastic.
Wonderful. All right,
Fantastic
everyone
idea.
can put their headphones back on. We're back. Hello.
Wow, that was
Hello.
fun.
I am scared.
That was fun.
I felt like we should have like one of those, you know how the ghosts can talk to each other in Among Us in a special
Yeah.
ghost chat? We should have that for those of us who aren't in the room chat.
For important things. Okay. Shelby and Mama gather you all up, from your respective places, and you all are sat down in a very, very large, almost cafeteria-esque place, um, where you guys are all given food of whatever choice you would like. And you guys all sit around for lunch together. Shelby has other business to run off and attend to. But you guys are all again together again after your respected little adventures with children. To eat. That's where you are.
Jericho is continue working on his handwriting at the table.
The mother duck, mother goose, I almost said the duck, notices you in the hallway, either being your hand a couple times, and she gives you a handbook that has the letters already in it, so you can practice.
Cool.
So you have that, add that to your inventory. That you have a handwriting book.
A handwriting book, cool.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. My dearest Fox, I have come to find out some information today that I think you would be very interested in. Turns out that there is a mausoleum over at the edge of town, and it's been abandoned for quite some time. Some of the older kids are going around there and playing in there, as the older kids are wont to do. And they're saying it's haunted. And we know it's not haunted. But my dear friend Shelby thinks that there may be a forgotten god in there that might need a home. So I think that might be our next stop. Maybe after lunch, maybe later. We'd like to stop over there and
her little ears perk up quite a bit. And she's just her ears and tail give away that she's very, very excited, but she again tries to play it fucking cool. She's like, I guess that'd be okay.
That'd be okay.
Fine. She's quivering with excitement. I guess it's fine.
Fine.
I think that would be a very fun adventure at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
Go and see what's over there.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys are having this conversation, Sawyer, you feel a little tug on your coat.
Sawyer looks out of the corner.
It is the cat child that you played Foursquare with.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
and
can we say instead that she tugged on my tail, because I think that's cute.
100% tugged on your tail. Whatever
Perfect.
really what she could reach. And she looks up at you and she goes, I know you let me win, so I wanted to give you these as like a thank you. And she gives you 2 bottles of honey.
Sawyer shakes their head
Screams.
Oh, bud, I did not let you win. Absolutely not. I don't have opposable thumbs, so I'm not terribly good at holding things.
Well, then you could just have honey because it was fun to play with you. And I say thank you for playing with us.
Well, that is just about the sweetest thing that's ever happened to me. Thank you. Sawyer will frown for a second, realizing that she doesn't have space in her bag for 2 things of honey and all of her rocks. So Sawyer's like, would you like to make a trade?
Yeah, what kind of trade?
I mean, what's your favorite color there, bud? Do you have a favorite color? Do you
Purple.
like purple?
Mm-hmm.
Sawyer will look around for a purple geode of some sort.
Okay.
And pull it out of their bag and put the other jar of honey in there and then present the geode to them.
Her eyes go wide as she takes it. She goes, oh, thank you. I don't have any of these. And she holds it tight and she runs off and gathers around with a bunch of her friends. And they're like, oh my God, I'll get really excited about this little crystal you gave her.
Sawyer looks around. Are the snapping turtle children anywhere around?
They're not in the cafeteria right now.
Okay. Can Sawyer write a small note and give it to the cat child, and just the note pretty much just says please, fragile, do not break, and just kind of insinuating okay, so don't tell them that they can't have it or can't touch it, just please make sure they know that it's fragile. I trust them, and I know that they had a word with my friend earlier, but accidents happen, and I would like to mitigate those accidents if that could be possible, even a little bit.
Yeah, I'll tell.
Okay, just to be clear, I'm not calling them out. They just seem...
They're troublemakers. Seth and Daisy are a little... They like making trouble.
okay, just so everybody knows, I think everybody here is very cute. Everybody has their own strengths and weaknesses, and I just think that might be one of their weaknesses.
That
is
sounded
keeping
very
them safe.
pointed about the snap.
Say what? Say what?
Fair.
Sybil looks over like, hey.
Hey.
That was-
Kid,
Yeah,
those
just
kids
to
were
be clear,
treasure.
this is a geode that's already like broken in half.
Yeah.
Like it was like two halves of it. Like it's already been. So
Aw.
yeah.
Mhm.
They could do no wrong.
So
Nope.
Daisy
Not at
and
all.
Persephone are a little crazy. They like to run around and do crazy things.
I
Like
them.
set things on fire.
Yes,
Good for
because
them.
they have shells
Good
they
for
can
them.
go into, and they
Yeah.
can't like. They're
Shells
fine.
for
aren't
them.
fireproof.
These are.
No, what you should have taught them how to
These
do
ones are.
is look like they are smoking from within, like for Halloween.
How about you keep yourself out of some turtle business here?
This
I
seems
just
like
think
the
it would be
turtle
cool. I
Oh, no.
just feel
No,
like
not the fox. Not the
Oh,
fox.
okay.
You're okay.
Listen,
no, it's
as
the
a-
pangolin over here.
as a
You're
fellow-
perfectly fine.
As a fellow armored animal, like I think I have my weight in here.
Oh.
Apple also runs up and gives you the score for the music. She has finished copying it and gives it over to you. And she goes
Exciting.
over to her own little table, and she's sitting by herself and she's reading as she eats.
What you got there, my dear fox?
a new song.
Do you make a friend?
I did.
You did. Oh goodness.
I think.
Do you want to talk about it just yet? No.
No.
No? It's okay.
That
Wanna
checks
talk
out.
about it? No.
That
Everything's
is
fine.
perfect.
My
Perfectly-
favorite thing
that
right
is
now is
perfectly fine.
once everyone finds their home, they're coming back to this orphanage to adopt the child they
Oh
found.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That was already yeah.
That was the plan.
Sybil as a dad to those two girls is just what I'm ready
Immediately.
for
Totally.
as the story now.
Not like I have plans or anything for them.
I think it's time to get up in some turtle business. That sounded ominous. Okay.
All right. Is there any other things you guys wanted to do? Any other conversations you wanted to have?
Not at the table, but Mama's gonna take a long look at Sawyer while they're eating and just kind of like almost dissociate a little bit. Just like that stare where you're like not quite all there 100%.
The 1,000-yard
Um,
stare.
1,000-yard stare, but like Mama knows that they have things to talk about later, but not in front of the group. So it's just kind of like a little 1,000-yard stare, and then just kind of like shakes it off and goes back to her food.
Okay.
Sawyer will take this as like, oh my gosh, I'm not sharing, and like quickly take one of the honey jars out of their bag and like put it on the table and unscrew it and like, please take.
This is technically come from your bees. My God, how cool can I be?
Sawyer misunderstanding social cues is my new favorite genre of media ever. Don't care. That's my new favorite genre.
That's it. That's it.
Anyone else have a thing they want to do?
Does any of the kids possibly look like Slowpoke rabbit like?
Any rabbit children? There are
Yeah.
some rabbit children, yeah.
There's some rabbit children.
Your rabbit friend is a completely black rabbit. You do see a rabbit that has black and white painted, but you do not see any like that look completely like Slowpoke.
Okay. Well, just seeing that it's just civil in his head is just going to be like, oh, just like getting like just like a small like remembrance, like a little bit, and knowing that like they are out there, and then hopefully seeing them soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Uh,
good.
Xander, do you want Mama and Sawyer have this talk this episode, or when we come back?
Well, I think she needs to process for a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I think she needs to process. Maybe sleep on it because because we're gonna be in town for a little bit. We don't have the train schedules yet, so we're gonna be
Because you don't have the train.
gonna be in town for at least another night or two.
That makes sense.
So
Um,
she's gonna process and just like know that she has to have this conversation eventually.
Yep. And Sarah's like, "What conversation?"
It's not even that. It's I literally made myself cry being wholesome, and I don't know if I can handle it right now.
So you guys have lunch, and each of you spend the rest of today learning about the school, helping where you can. You guys are offered room for the night at the school, and then a next stop would be going to explore this haunted mausoleum, which I've written this game, this one shot, since before we actually started this game.
Heck yeah!
Good when you get that.
I am very excited.
Oh my god, I
for
just
it.
realized that's where we're
excited
going.
about it.
I just put that together. Because you told me. You told me
I
there
did
was a
tell
haunted
you.
place, but it was going to be like
I
game
did.
1.
It's on a place.
I did tell you there was gonna be a haunted place. So for right now, question before we leave tonight, this morning, whatever time it is anyone home here?
Is
It's
that
once was home, but not anymore.
Step home.
No.
Alrighty. All right. We'll see all these characters back not next week,
Thank you.
because 2 of us are gonna be gone. 4 of us are gonna be gone technically. But the following week we'll pick that
Yeah.
back up. And yeah, are we rating anyone, or are we just?
Yeah,
signing
we're
off?
gonna raid. We're gonna raid Punkle Nix, who's a wonderful, wonderful
Woo.
human being.
Woo! We're
Um,
gonna go raid.
yeah.
Until then, safe travels, friends, and we'll see you back here soon.